Hey, these playoffs, the college football playoffs have majorly flopped. It's 28-0 Penn State over SMU. Now, I will say this about this football game is that at least this game, like SMU's defense has been pretty explosive. Like they've gotten Penn State into some third and long situations, but Kevin Jennings, like he looks like he literally hasn't taken a snap at the Division I level. Like he's completely fazed by this Penn State defense. I think that really SMU has never played a defense that has the talent of Penn State on that schedule, and they're trying to get Jennings some easy throws, and I like Kevin Jennings. I even like him over Curtis Rourke. I just think that Kevin Jennings is having just a bad afternoon, and they're also just not running the football. So it's compounded, and these guys are human beings playing in their 14th game, and on the road in a really cold environment, like it's tough. If this was in a dome, like maybe SMU would fare better. I think there's too many rounds to this college football playoff. Like I'm going to try my best, like not to. I mean, Clemson, Texas, like maybe that'll be a lot of fun. Tennessee, Ohio State has a chance to be interesting. We're going to see if those games hit, but conference realignment has really damaged this sport. Because if Texas and Oklahoma were in the Big 12, if we have a 6-team playoff, that would be fantastic. And then if you got Texas and Oklahoma in the Big 12, then Texas would be in the playoff, and then Georgia would be in. You'd probably get another SEC in that scenario. These are just wasteless, meaningless games, just money grabs for the college kids. And, what do you get out of it? You win one home game against a lesser team. It's almost like an exhibition. That's how meaningless these playoff games have been. It's just all money grabs, and that's the way that the game of college football is going. And it's not like these guys are poor and need money either. The old system, the 14 playoff, or expanding it to 8 and then cutting it at 8, but they're going to make it 16. They're going to continue to expand because it's more money. But I mean, overall, guys, you're seeing guys get hurt. Like Carson Beck is injured. Bo Perbula's no longer on Penn State. The transfer portal's an absolute mess. Like, the regular season had its highlights. Like, I would say that this year, like the Big Ten had a fun year, with like USC losing some of these games. And then Ole Miss, LSU was a really good football game. Ole Miss, Florida was pretty good. So you still had some interesting, games on the field. However, Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC has ruined the balance of power in that league. And then it would be fun to see a Pac-12 with Arizona State versus Oregon. And then you have UCLA, Washington. Like that would just be a lot cleaner than what we're seeing here. We're just seeing a jumbled up mess, and that's what the college football playoff has presented. Listen, you're going to get more casual people that are interested and that are still watching this product, but the product is terrible. Conference championship games actually had a good product with Texas, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Clemson, SMU. Like those games were good, but the college football playoff is just going to be terrible. I mean, and then you're going to have Boise State hosting Penn State, and hopefully Arizona State can give Texas a really good football game. These are good coaches. Like Rhett Lashley's a great coach, but they're just so overmatched out here against Penn State. So at least Dabo Swinney and Clemson has kind of been there and has seen what the big boys have to offer, so maybe that game can get better. But still, I'm trying my best. Listen, I'm trying my best not to watch it. I know that this is college football, but I kind of wish that, again, everyone says more football is better, but you're risking injury all the time. These kids, they don't know about the portal. They don't know about finals. I'm not greedy. I'm not a greedy person, so I don't need the kids playing 16 or 17 games. Like, I'm great with them playing 14 games, balls to the wall, in their conferences. And even if you see blowouts in the conferences, like, it's fine. This expanded playoff, it just seems like greed to me that we're playing football right now at this juncture and having this many rounds it just doesn't sit well with me. It's the same as the NFL playoffs. Like, the NFL playoff expansion is not that good. Okay, it hasn't been that good. So it's frustrating to see it turn out this way. And 8 teams would have been perfect. 3 rounds. You would have started it maybe in a week or something. Had 3 rounds total. But this extra round is just pure, just greed, and the football has been terrible. I mean, Indiana, if I have to watch Indiana Notre Dame, like, I'd almost rather put myself in prison for 10 years than have to watch that game again, because that game was absolutely pitiful. All right, it was terrible football. Indiana just had no chance. They didn't do anything offensively. The game was in quicksand the entire game. There was nothing explosive about the offensive or defensive side of the ball. At least SMU has, against the run, like, played decent at times today. And if Kevin Jennings didn't throw up all over himself or throw those interceptions, like, the game could be a tiny bit compelling, but it just is not. So, what do you guys think about this playoff? Texas might even roll over Clemson later. That would be terrible. I want to see these seeds. I want to see these lower seeds actually give us somewhat of a compelling game if we're going to waste our time with this product.